Alright you guys, how are we? And welcome back to yet another reaction video. Thanks for coming. Today we're going to focus on an Australian, believe it or not. His name's Matt Leo. Now that's a name I have seen thrown around, the traps. But I didn't know why. I didn't know how, and I didn't know when or where I'd put a face to a name. But today we're going to do that. So this is Matt Leo, as part of the 2020 version of NFL Undiscovered, where they get international talent, put them through an intense training program from usually about January to April. They will do a pro day in front of various NFL coaches, and 4 of the players will be picked up as extra roster spots for international players specifically, I'm led to believe. And it's that concept, that international player concept, that I've absolutely fallen in love with. So this is a player from last year's version, Matt Leo. He's from Australia. You don't see too many Australians or Kiwis on this program. So with that in mind, let's get into it. Should be interesting.
I'm Matthew Leo from Adelaide, Australia.
Okay, well he's got a bit of an English twang there. Or is it Australian?
I'm Matthew Leo from Adelaide, Australia.
Well, I tell you what, that'd really confuse Americans. But I'm going to say that's an English guy who's moved to Australia, who's now in the States. That's what I hear. Maybe not.
I grew up playing soccer and basketball. Right after school, high school, my dad kind of gave me that option of what I want to do, and I had 3 choices.
Actually, maybe not. He did say soccer. I was like, yep, that's it. Came from England, but now he does sound fully Australian. I don't know.
It was either be a carpenter, plumber, or electrician.
He looks big, whatever the case.
Following my friends, I chose to do plumbing. I remember clearly it was humid and it was tight, and I was working and crawling underneath this tight little basement area. And I looked at my tradesman and I swore, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be still playing sports. And I said to him that I'll move to America and I'll work my butt off to give that opportunity to play American football. My tradesman at the time gives me a name of a junior colleges across the US. I emailed immediately asking the head coach if he wanted to have a walk-on that had never played football in his entire life and pay his way. And I remember all he wrote back was, "Can you be here Wednesday?"
Fuck, that's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Guys, I got literally shivers right up my spine. What a story. That's the kind of shit I love, and that's the kind of fucking initiative that you've got to have. You've got to have guts. You've got to believe in yourself, believe in your talent when no one else does, but you've got to have a bit of initiative about you. And to go out there and email all these coaches and then be told, be here on Wednesday, man, continue the story, please.
All credit to Matt, just, dropped everything and was able to catch on at a junior college and never looked back.
Coming to America, trying to get my grasp on how to learn to play football, put on a helmet.
So he's played junior college. Has he gone to Div 1? Is that where he's been found? What position does he play?
I felt like I was running around with no idea what to do, running into gaps that I shouldn't have, hitting people that I shouldn't have. It was really fight or flight, and I remember clearly saying, this is my moment.
Matt
Iowa State
was able to progress from junior college onto Iowa State, which is a big-time college program.
It was an amazing feeling to really contribute and to kind of bring myself back to earth that, I've worked my tail off to
his defensive end
to earn this spot, and I wasn't going to waste it when I was on the field.
When you look at his game film from junior college to his senior year at Iowa State, there's a huge jump there, and someone that still played, really less than 4 years of football. At 6'7", 265 pounds.
Holy shit. I was wondering how tall he was. He said he played basketball, but I didn't know he was 6'7", 260. I've got to have a look at his story. I've got to put certain times and years in order. They've got him listed at 6'8", 280 pounds. Iowa State, undrafted in 2020. Okay, so he went to college at Arizona Western before going to Iowa State, making his debut at the age of 26. Shit. He was a medical redshirt in 2017. He had 33 tackles and 3 sacks in his college football career. He was named first-team American All-Big 12 in 2019. Now, it is interesting that they've actually plucked someone from the top level of American football, American college football, and brought them into this international player pathway program, because at the end of the day, he is Australian, but he did go through the normal route that you would as an American, or as anyone that wants to make it to the NFL. Went through the college football system. Usually they pick people who play in other countries, so this one's interesting.
I'm very excited to see, with the right guidance and support, what his ceiling can be. It fills you with a lot of confidence.
He's in his first year and he's 29 though. I'm not going to say that that means anything, but there are some people out there that would.
Him into our training camp.
And that's Gardner Minshew. Matt Leo has officially sacked Gardner Minshew II. Respect.
The NFL Player Pathway Program started in 2017, and it aims to identify talented athletes from around the world. The goal of the Player Pathway Program is to give athletes from around the world an opportunity to make it in the NFL.
Will approached me about February, emailed me and told me about this program. Giving the opportunity to come here, develop in the film room, practice with football, not just combine stuff. I kind of already had a gut feeling that this was the path that was meant for me. It honestly sounded like a dream come true. I've faced a normal life.
Got to be honest, at 6'7", he does move bloody well.
Outside of football and, the real world. So I want to make sure that I make the most of every day. There were so many chapters throughout this process, from junior college to now even, that, you continuously chip away everything that I'm chasing, and knowing that there is a purpose behind this and just believing in myself enough when maybe some others didn't.
Matt, appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
So, it's almost my honor to let you know that you're going to get allocated through this program.
Thank you, my brother. My story is a little bit different than the next, and it definitely was a rocky side of the mountain, but it got me to where I am today.
Whatever drove you through to this point in your life, just keep that with you.
It's been a blessing to be in this program, and I'll wear it with pride. I can't wait till the next phase starts. Moving up to the next stage and hopefully having the potential to play in the NFL would be a dream come true. Love you all, man.
You knew how much it meant to him. You know how much it means to all of these players. But with Matt going the road that he's gone, I think it's that little bit sweeter. He's seen the impact that having a work ethic, a relentless pursuit toward everything in this sport really gets you. He's not going to give himself a pat on the back.
He
right
is
now.
One big mofo. Now, let me see. Oh, shit. What? Okay, hang on. We'll get to the end of this and then we'll finish off reading his story there.
And take his foot off the gas that has gotten him to this point.
I'm the biggest advocate for dream chasers. If someone has something that they want to do in their life, I feel like there is no boundaries or restrictions to what they can do if they really want it.
What a great message. And I tell you what, there's going to be so many kids out there that watch that and get inspired, especially ones from Australia and New Zealand. What an absolute legend. Okay, so he was picked up by the Eagles as part of the program. He was waived during he didn't make the playing roster. He was waived during final roster cuts, unfortunately, signed to the practice squad. He signed a reserve future contract with the team after the season on 4th of January 2021. He was selected by the Edmonton football team in the 4th round of the 2021 CFL Global Draft in April 2021. So he hasn't played a game in the NFL, and he's been drafted into the CFL. And on the 4th of May, he was given an NFL roster exemption as an international player for a second season. I wonder what team he's going to go to. Just before we finish, here is an interesting story. A news article, one of the references, how Friday Night Lights helped pave the way for Matt Leo to join the Philadelphia Eagles. Listen to this. Matt Leo was at trade school on his way to becoming a plumber on the other side of the world when he sat down in the lunchroom and looked at the television. Super Bowl 52 between the Ravens and the 49ers was on the screen. He watched and he was intrigued. At 6'7", a 6'7" former rugby and Australian rules football player, Leo wondered if he could do it. That's where the question mark of excitement started. A native of Australia, Leo told reporters on a Zoom call on Thursday. The question mark blossomed into an odyssey that took Leo from Adelaide to Yuma, Arizona, and then Iowa, and now to Philadelphia. The Eagles were assigned him through the Pathway program earlier this week, and now the 27-year-old defensive end has the opportunity to pursue a goal he has eyed for much of the past decade. Football's depiction in popular culture had a profound impact on Leo. Me too, by the way. He was taken by the Friday Night Lights television series, which chronicles high school football in a fictional football-crazed town in Texas. The camaraderie and bonds of the teammates are what intrigued him. It was the incredible brotherhood you see in the movies. It was that whole energy that football brings. The physicality was something that stuck out to me. I didn't know exactly when growing up what position would be suitable for me, but you watch these positions like linebackers, defensive end, defensive tackles that hit, and tight ends that catch incredible one-handed balls, and score in movies and just on TV growing up, and you think to yourself, what an incredible sport to be part of. Very, very interesting, to say the least. And best of luck. I hope that he actually may play a preseason game this year. I'll be looking out for him. The Eagles defensive end, Matt Leo. And he's in good company there. He's got another Australian on the other side of the ball, offensive tackle Jordan Mailata. And so with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.